All right, everyone, welcome back for another episode of Carnivore Trades. Today is Tuesday, October 5th, 2021. So market staging a pretty impressive rally here for pretty much 3/4 of the day, uh, really kind of 4/5 of the day, really. The last hour, though, we're seeing a little bit of selling pick up here. And I noticed a half an hour ago or so, before the selling really even picked up, you notice the volume is much, much lighter than the last couple of days where we've had selling. Volume here was pretty decent off the lows on this Friday here. But all the selling days we've had much heavier volume, and all the rally days we have very light volume. And now in the last half hour, volume's picking up and we're seeing selling. So market's having trouble holding its gains. This is telling you that, yeah, we may have a little bit of a counter trend rally here, but sellers are in control. And that's what the chart is telling you right now. That doesn't mean we can't trade up a little bit higher. I think we could possibly test this 20 MA, but right now I don't really see us getting above 440 here on the SPY. This red bar high here should be defended, and they're defending. I mean, they're defending this area really well right now. It's 435, 436 area, and we really haven't even bounced that much. Now it's possible that we just kind of stay in this holding pattern here, and that could be telling us that we're ready to set up for to make some type of a bear base. One thing that's a little notable here is that the yield was a little bit higher today. It had a significant pop, and markets were still up, and that's typically a little bit against the trend. From what we've seen, typically the higher yield has been causing tech specifically to falter, and tech has been a little bit higher. Tech was a little bit higher today, obviously. Got a bit of a bounce, although it's notable that the NASDAQ is still lagging. So it's still struggling with yesterday's highs, whereas the S&P got up to Friday's high, and the Russell's really just kind of been hanging in there, and the Dow has gotten at least up to Friday's highs. So NASDAQ's still the weakest link here in the market, and I was really looking for a little bit more weakness here. I wanted to get to a little bit lower here, maybe play it on the long side, but at this point, just for a quick bounce anyway, but at this point, it's looking like this market can't even get very much of a bid at all, as we're seeing coming well off the highs now, with about 3 minutes left in the trading day here. So one of the other big headlines in the market has been this Camber energy. So this thing got absolutely destroyed today by short sellers, and essentially it looks like there's some fraud going on in the company. A lot of made up financial statements and so on and so forth. Really bad executives, at least that's my understanding. I haven't been following it too closely, but the shorts did crush this thing down 50%. We talked about this one last week, being kind of like in the meme stock space there, and this thing just getting hammered today, absolutely destroyed. It was halted multiple times here, and there is a ton of bag holders in this one, so we'll be watching that story unfold. Another big headline here is energy. So crude looks like it's going to confirm above this double top today. Now the big test for me would be on the weekly. So if it can close above this pivot on the weekly, that would really confirm it. But if we come back in tomorrow and in the latter part of the week and we close back below, that would be a little bit of a signal that this has been a premature break, which I think it is. But again, I've been proven wrong this whole time. We've had 7 weeks up in a row here. May have a little bit of a short-term cycle on here. I'd have to do a little bit more work on it. But as for right now, crude is just really, energy is just killing it. By the way, XLE got to my target. I told you guys it was going right to 55.55. We pierced through that, and then we've faded off of that since then. If we look at the intraday here, oops. So we look at the intraday, we got above that this morning, and then since the selling came in, so that went to target perfectly, but XLE really moving, XOP getting above double top yesterday, and not quite confirming, but it is, it has held up really well, and obviously the OIH has been the weakest one, but that one still, I think, has upside to about 228, 230, although it is stalling out right here at this 215-ish handle, 210, 215, excuse me. But in any case, yeah, energy holding up, market's closing right now. So yeah, spiders coming back into that 200 MA. VXX getting a nice little pop into the close. So yeah, again, it looks to me like sellers are in control right now of this market. So that's something to monitor. If we can't get a bid here and we start going sideways, that's telling you we're probably building a bear base to make a move lower. Some other things here. So everybody's talking about the quote unquote breakout in Bitcoin. I mean, it's gotten above 50,000, but it's not a breakout to me until you can clear this pivot and close above it. And then you have this upsloping trend line, which is really the major level that would be there as resistance, in my opinion. But you know, the crypto community is so, I mean, they call everything a breakout. I mean, and it's like, they're saying, oh, Bitcoin's breaking out here and Bitcoin's breaking out here. Until it actually gets above the resistance area, which in this case it was about 42,000, this isn't a breakout. This isn't a breakout either. You have to get above this local pivot, otherwise it's not a breakout. But that said, Bitcoin has had a nice thrust here, and you have pretty decent volume behind it. So we'll continue to monitor that, but the area I'd be watching is this pivot right here at 53,000 and some change, and then you have this upsloping trend line, which extends out. So that would be about 54, 55-ish. And I said before, that would be my max upside area on Bitcoin. But for right now, it's holding up, and we got to give it that respect. A few other things, precious metals kind of just going sideways here a little bit. So we talked about this yesterday. If gold is rejected at the 20 and it pulls back sharply, that would be a negative. But we did have a pullback, but then we finished off the lows here. So again, gold could be setting up to go sideways. If that happens, it could make it thrust higher. Silver also kind of doing the same thing here. And you guys know I like platinum the best. If this gives me a little bit more consolidation here, we may look to long this. So keep that one on the radar there as well. Just scanning through, don't see a whole lot going on. China stocks are getting really oversold. This FXI managed to have a little bit of a reversal here today. There is a divergence on the RSI, a bullish divergence. So some of these Chinese names may be due for a bounce. KWeb also getting off the lows there. Alibaba had a nice reversal day, although would have liked to see better volume there, but that's definitely on my radar as well. But anyways, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Let's just take a look at the dollar. Yeah, so dollar just kind of holding this green bar, and this should probably do some more consolidating for a potential move up as well. But anyways, yeah, just going to keep it short today. You guys take care, and I will talk to you tomorrow.